A common question that I get from my clients is whether or not I have a claim worth pursuing. And this is generally going to be something that I can talk about in a free initial consultation. But generally speaking, whether you have a claim worth pursuing sort of turns on how you weigh three factors. The first factor is liability, or who's at fault. The second factor is damages, or the nature and extent of the injuries that you're claiming. And then the third factor has to do with collectability, or the ability of a defendant to pay an ultimate judgment or settlement. So, turning to the first factor, we would talk about who's at fault for this accident. Is there one defendant? Hopefully, it's the other party. Hopefully, you're not at fault. But if you are in a situation where you are the injured person and you might share in some liability, then in California, that's okay. I have had many cases through the years where my client was found to be at fault according to the police report or according to the insurance companies, and we were still able to get the client significant compensation. That happens almost regularly. The second factor is damages. So, what are the injuries that you're claiming? And this can range from anywhere from neck pain and back pain to things like serious bodily injuries, disfigurement, broken bones, and even death. Death cases are called wrongful death cases, and they are very similar to regular personal injury cases, except for the nature of damages that can be obtained in a wrongful death case might be different than the types of damages that you can get from an ordinary personal injury case. In general, the greater your bodily injuries, the greater the potential value of your case. The third factor is collectability, which ultimately has to do with how much insurance is available to pay out on a case. You could maybe have a case that is worth significant financial compensation due to the severity of the injury, but ultimately the defendant is judgment proof and might have little to no insurance, and so the civil system might ultimately leave you with a right with no remedy. So if you're trying to determine whether you have a claim worth pursuing, I want you to take those three factors, weigh them all together, and that's something that you could do with me for free if you call my office. You can reach out to me, go to the website, or call us, and I'll be happy to just kind of help you evaluate those options and determine whether or not you have a claim worth pursuing.